A new bill is strengthening protections against catalytic converter thefts in our state. It regulates the catalytic converter market and gives new resources to the State Patrol. Tyrah's down to the Arc Lounge this morning with Gary Ernsdorf, the senior deputy prosecutor at the King County Prosecuting Attorney's Office. Hey, guys.
Hi, Steve. Thank you so much. And thank you for coming into the Arc Lounge today to talk about this.
Thank you, Tyrah. It's an important discussion.
It really is an important discussion, and we've reported on so many catalytic converter thefts. We know that police are constantly responding to these types of calls. Can you just talk about why catalytic converters? Why is this such a big issue?
Well, it's a big issue because of the impact it's had on our community. You know, I was part of a work group that really looked into the impacts, and what we saw was it had a disproportionate impact on folks that really couldn't afford it, right? The single car families, the folks with older cars that perhaps counterintuitively have more valuable catalytic converters, folks without insurance. You take that car out of that family, it has a significant impact on getting kids to childcare, getting to work, and doing all the day-to-day functions that we all rely on our vehicles for.
It's unfortunate that there's a disproportionate impact.
Yeah. We also saw a bigger community impact. I talked to one manager of a fleet of vehicles that were used to transport disabled kids to programs and to educational programs. They had their entire fleet, a thief come in and strip the catalytic converters out. Think of the impact on that community, families, kids, communities, and that not only happened once, but unfortunately that same manager came back and said it happened a second time. So we saw impacts all across our state.
It just leaves people without transportation. That's so unfortunate to hear about that entire fleet. Talk about the protections. Obviously, something has to be done, right, to prevent these types of crimes. So talk about the bill that was needed to protect people who may have had struggles with a possible theft.
Yeah, you know, what we saw when we started studying the problem was that it's not illegal to possess a catalytic converter. It wasn't illegal to buy and sell a catalytic converter. No license was required. So it was from a cost-benefit standpoint, it was low risk, high reward for thieves, right? They were engaged in the theft for 30 seconds. And once they were away from the vehicle with that unmarked catalytic converter, untraceable, valuable commodity, not illegal to possess. And then we had a demand market. These fly-by-night actors that would set up a place they would purchase catalytic converters. And I watched them, a panel truck in a sketchy area town with a line of people willing to sell, ready to sell catalytic converters, not breaking any laws, right? Because there was no license requirements, no regulations at all. That was what we found when we started studying the problem.
Was that the moment where you realized we need to do something about this?
Yes, and that's when we went to Representative Ryu and pitched a proposal that we needed some effective legislation that would combat this problem.
So I want to talk more about some effective legislation. We all know you were there to witness this all play out. It was signed last year, is that correct?
Yeah.
Can you talk about the specifics, kind of walk us through what the bill actually entails and how it will protect these vehicle owners?
Yeah, so we wanted to focus both on the supply side, the thieves, and the demand side, and do a regulatory scheme and a criminal scheme that would work together to solve the problem. So the big thing was marking catalytic converters. So once they were removed, they were recognizable and could be considered contraband if they weren't marked properly. So this new statute requires the marking of the VIN, the automobile's unique VIN number on a detached catalytic converter. So now it can be traced through the stream of commerce. If it's not marked, it's contraband subject to seizure, and if you possess unmarked catalytic converters, you're subject to criminal penalties. So that was to try to dry up the supply side. Working on the demand side, we put in a new, really great regulatory scheme that requires a business license for the first time, requires record keeping. So when you sell a catalytic converter, you have to have photo ID, you have to have an address, you have to describe the vehicle the catalytic converter came off of. And those records are required to be kept for 3 years, and they're subject to law enforcement inspection. So we really put a robust regulatory scheme to get rid of the bad actors. You know, we wanted to protect the business folks that are out in our community that are legitimately buying and selling catalytic converters, because there is a legitimate need to have that recycling program in place. What we are trying to do, and what I think House Bill 2153 does very effectively, is it makes it almost impossible for the illegal actors to participate in that stream of commerce.
Definitely pinning down the bad actors here. What's been the response so far?
Very positive. You know, in our work group and drafting this legislation, we talked to the recyclers, we talked to all the different stakeholders, and one by one they recognized the need that this was important, that it was not penalizing them, and it would get rid of the bad actors in that marketplace and really protect our community. So from all the stakeholders and the community members, this was a real win.
Speaking of the community members, you think about the person that talked to you about their entire bus fleet being affected, or the single family households with one car. What can they do to protect themselves? Any tips?
Well, you know, there are mechanisms you can affix to the underside of your vehicle. Cages or other plates. They're a little bit more expensive. I've heard some insurance companies will actually provide some rebate or some assistance in doing that. I suggest people with high value catalytic converters on their vehicles, like the Priuses that were the ones that were hit really hard. I suggest people look into those additional protections for those vehicles with high value catalytic converters.
It's got to be worth it, because the bad actors are going to stick around, unfortunately.
Well, hopefully we'll dry up the demand for those
Yes.
and make it much more difficult for them to act.
Yes, well, I'm glad we've got some legislation in on this, because it is a big problem. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Tara.
Absolutely. Steve, you know we've talked about this so much on ARC Seattle, and
We do.
even on the KOMO News side of things, but
Yeah.
certainly something to be aware of.
Yeah, and it's so frustrating when you've fallen victim to something like this crime. So hopefully these resources will help cut down on some of that. Appreciate the time this morning.